Good morning, students. In the last class, we had completed up to question 3rd on the board and the 4th was given a homework. Today we will start question number 5 of exercise 8.2. They have given ABCD is a parallelogram. You can see the figure here. ABCD is a parallelogram in which E and F are the midpoints of AB and CD respectively. E is the midpoint of AB, F is the midpoint of CD. We have to prove line segment CE and AF trisect diagonal BD. CE is here and AF is here and BD is the diagonal. We have to prove that this two line segment trisect the diagonal BD. Trisect means divides it into three equal parts. Bisect means two equal parts, but they have given trisect. Means, in short, we have to prove that BQ is equal to QP and QP is equal to DP. Means all these three parts are equal to each other. For this, we have to proceed in the way where we can show that P is the midpoint of DQ and Q is the midpoint of BP. So for this, let us try to solve it. The proof from the figure, we can see BD is intersected by AF and CE at point P and Q respectively. AF intersect BD at P and CE intersect BD at point Q. You should remember that BD is the diagonal. Now since ABCD is a parallelogram, we can say side AB is parallel to CD. Side AB is parallel to CD and even AB is equal to DC. CD or DC, one same side, so AB is parallel to DC, AB is equal to DC. This is the property of a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. If AB is parallel to DC, can we say half of AB is parallel to half of DC? Yes, because if full line segment is parallel, the half is also parallel. Similarly, both half will be also equal. Now, half of AB, if you go forward from half of AB, is the midpoint. I can take AE and even here also CD, F is the midpoint. I will take CF because I want this parallelogram. AECF, this quadrilateral, I want to prove that it is a parallelogram. So, half of AB I have taken AE. Half of BC I have taken FC. So AE is parallel to FC and AE is equal to FC. By this property, quadrilateral AECF is a parallelogram because one property, main property we have proved that opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal. Therefore, given quadrilateral becomes a parallelogram. After telling that AECF is a parallelogram, even we can say the other two sides are also parallel and equal. So AF is parallel to EC. AF is parallel to CE. If AF is parallel to CE, even then I can say here AF is parallel to CE. Then this particular line segment of this line AF is also parallel, means AP is parallel to EQ, CQ is parallel to FP. Both the way you have to prove. Why? Because we will take two different triangles. So it should be clear. These two sides are parallel and equal. Similarly, this line segment is parallel to each other. AF is parallel to ECE and same way AP, a part of it is parallel to EQ. And a part of CQ means a part of CQ is parallel to FP, which you have to write. Now, after showing that both the sides are parallel, let us consider a triangle BAP, which I have drawn separately also. BAP. From the triangle, you can clearly see E is the midpoint of AB, which is given. And we have just proved EQ is parallel to AP. So E is the midpoint of AB and EQ is parallel to AP. This is the statement of midpoint theorem. So we can say converse of midpoint theorem. So we can say that Q is the midpoint of BP. Q is the midpoint of BP. So Q is the midpoint of BP. So from here I got BQ is equal to QP. This is my first equation. Now let us go for another triangle DQC. DQC, where I have drawn DQC, and you can clearly see that F is the midpoint of DC, which is given, and we have proved CQ is parallel to FP. CQ is parallel to FP, already written. So can I say P is the midpoint of DQ? Yes, by converse of midpoint theorem. So this, but if P is the midpoint of DQ, then I can write QP equals to PD. Here I have written. So from equation first and second, where BQ is equal to QP and QP is equal to PD, then from first and second, BQ is equal to QP is equal to PD. So BQ is equal to QP and QP is equal to PD. Thus we can say PD is trisected. Diagonal BD is trisected by line segment CE and AF. Thus it is proved. I hope all of you have understood. Now we will do the last question of this exercise. Solving question number 7 of exercise 8.2. They have given us a triangle. In triangle ABC, ABC, angle C is 90 degree. Angle C is 90 degree. M is the midpoint of hypotenuse AB. From M, there we have drawn a line which is parallel to BC. From the midpoint of M of AC, a line parallel to BC is drawn which intersects AC at D. It is intersecting at D. For AC, we are drawing a line from the midpoint M. M is the midpoint of AB. To show what we have to prove, we have to prove D is the midpoint of AC and MD is perpendicular to AC. MD is perpendicular to AC means these two angles are 90 degree, and CM is equal to MA, which is equal to half of AB. Again the same criteria of midpoint theorem and converse of midpoint theorem will be utilized in solving this sum. Let us first try to solve the first part, that D is the midpoint of AC. For that, consider the triangle ACB, in which M is the midpoint of AB. In triangle ACB, M is the midpoint of AB. Also it is given MD parallel to BC. So can we say that D is the midpoint of AC? Yes, by converse of midpoint theorem. Now if MD is parallel to BC, then we can say these two angles are co-interior angle, and as we know the sum of the co-interior angle is always equal to 180. So angle MDC plus angle BCD is equal to 180. BCD this angle and MDC this angle. Both addition of these two angles will be equal to 180 degree because co-interior angle. And measurement of angle C, BCD is given as 90. So subtracting 90 from 180, we got the measurement of angle MDC equals to 90. So MDC, this angle is 90. Obviously this is 90. This will become out to be 90, and we can say MD is perpendicular to AC. Thus the second part of the question has been proved. Now let us go for the third part. For the third part, join C to M. A dotted line I have drawn and I have written join C M. By joining this C to M, I got two triangles, MDA, MDC. Compare these two triangles and try to prove the congruency between these two triangles. It is clear that in triangle MDC, MDC and MDA, DC is equal to DA, BC is equal to DA, while D is the midpoint. Angle ADM ADM. This angle and this angle both are 90 degree and DM common. So both the triangles are congruent. You can write the reason of congruency, which it is side angle side. If both the triangles are congruent, can I say CM is equal to MA, yes, by CP. So this part is already been proved. And we know M is the midpoint of AB. It is already been given. Here it is AB, not AC. So just to correct it, it is AB. And M is the midpoint of AB. So we can say CM is equal to MA. CM is equal to MA, which we have proved, but MA is half of AB. So the third part of the question is also being proved. So you have to complete and draw the neat figure in your fair copy. And by this particular question, we have ended with the exercise 8.2. Question number 6 is left in between, which is your homework. After this, I will give you some extra questions related to this chapter, quadrilateral. So as and when you finish your work, please send it to me in PDF form. Thank you.